Cold and snowy mountain weather, and why not? You got two Mountain West teams going at one another today. Utah State from Logan, Utah, and we're in Fort Collins, the home of the Colorado State Rams on Senior Day. Welcome upstairs. I hope you have the fire going wherever you are. With Seth Bonner, I'm Drew Goodman. We're excited about this one. Utah State has had a marvelous season. A lot of folks are talking about him out west. I don't know how many folks are talking about him back east, but they should be.
They should be talking about it. This is an explosive team, very dangerous team. And you look at the home team, CSU, they haven't beat a ranked opponent since 2002, Drew. Everything leads to them to have a big afternoon if they want to get going.
Yep, they have a great opportunity today. Let's talk about that Utah State offense. You talk about prolific. They are the leading offense in terms of points scored in the nation. They had 800 yards in a game recently.
Ridiculous. You talk about PlayStation numbers. That's exactly what it looks like. They've scored 60 in 4 games this year, Drew.
Yeah, it has been incredible. The last 3 games, they're averaging almost 60 a game, and that's not a misprint. 703 yards a game. They go quickly. Most of their drives last about 45 seconds and end up in the end zone. And they're orchestrated by this young man. He's a sophomore. 24 touchdowns, just 4 picks.
You know, and he runs the offense like a magician. I mean, he does everything they need. They give him multiple plays. He usually makes the right choice. He's not dangerous with his feet until he is. He looks to throw the ball. 2,600 yards passing. You talked about the 24 touchdowns. Extremely accurate. This is an explosive player that leads his team the right way.
Yeah, and there's no mincing words. It has been a very disappointing year for Colorado State. They have high expectations. They've gone to 5 straight bowl games. They won't be going to a bowl this year. But they have their quarterback back. And Collin Hill is healthy again. This kid is uber talented.
He is. Throws the ball as well as anybody we've seen. He's big, strong, 6'4", 230. You know, before the knee injury against Utah State a couple years ago, 10 touchdowns, just 2 picks going into that. This guy can make all the throws. He's a physical guy. He's a cerebral guy, understands what he's doing. Terrific athlete. He looks to finish this season off the right way. And what a challenge against this tough Utah State defense he has, but he's the guy that can get it done.
Well, they are fired up for the opportunity. It has been a tough season, but Collin Hill and Colorado State looking for the monumental upset today at home at Canvas Stadium. It's Colorado State. It's Utah State on a snowy day in Fort Collins. Come on back to Canvas Stadium with us. Utah State and Colorado State. Utah State has won 9 consecutive games after a near miss in East Lansing against Michigan State to open up the season. It is cold. There's forecast for more snow, and we're happy that we're up here, and we're thrilled that our partner Brad Thompson is down where he is. Brad?
Drew, no worries down here. I'm enjoying being on the sideline for sure. Listen, you talked about how dangerous and explosive this Utah State offense is. That brings us to players to watch, presented by Peterson Toyota. Darwin Thompson, the running back, 5'8", 200 pounds. He's got great lower body strength, incredible balance, and he has a nose for the end zone. This guy can take it the distance every time he touches it. He's got 14 touchdowns on the season, and a week ago he rushed for 100 yards and he had receiving 100 yards. Incredible performance for Darwin Thompson. Keep your eye on him. On the flip side, the middle linebacker Josh Watson, senior captain, 6'2", 240 pounds. Look out, this guy is a tackling machine. He's all over the field. He's the one that's going to have to keep track of Thompson in this explosive Utah State offense. Josh Watson, 109 tackles and going, one of the best in the country in tackles per game, and tops in the Mountain West. So, Coach Mike Bobo there, sleeveless out here. Can you guys believe it?
I'm a little shocked. This is a Georgia guy, and he's got sleeveless. So he's sending a message, I think, to his team. What did he tell us yesterday in the meeting? He goes, I hope it snows a foot tonight and all day on Saturday, an absolute blizzard. That's what we want.
That's exactly what he wants. He wants toughness. He wants poise from his guys. They're excited about this opportunity.
They are excited, but, you know, the one thing about snow and blizzard, Matt Wells used to be the coach, he is the coach. He used to be the quarterback at Utah State. They know about bad weather. So, you know, he's bundled up a little bit. He has his team playing exceptionally well. Coach Wells has watched this team roll through 9 straight, and he said they will not overlook Colorado State. He said they're too talented. They have Boise State in Boise next week, and a lot of people are still already talking about that showdown. Utah State won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. Anthony Hawkins is number 14. Colorado State would like to see him handle the football, and kicking it off will be Dominic Eberle. Temperature in the 20s. Got an inch or so of snow late last night, early this morning. The flurries, the more snow, as we said, still in the forecast. Field looks pretty good. It looks better now, certainly, than it did about an hour and a half ago.
The crew did a great job getting it ready.
Hawkins 3 yards deep, and he'll put a knee down. Colorado State will start with the football at their 25-yard line. The redshirt sophomore, 6'5", 220-pound Collin Hill. And he went through 2 ACL surgeries since he left Moore, South Carolina. But there's no question, this kid can spin a football.
Absolutely. He has grown up before our eyes. Came in at 6'3", 185, has picked up size, strength, and is still finding himself after that second knee surgery. But he feels like he's ready to go, and this is his time.
Colorado State has to have success on first down. They have gotten off schedule too frequently this year. And of course, initially it was KJ Carter-Samuels, the transfer from Washington, who was the quarterback. Hill on a delay. Here's Izzy Matthews, and he'll get a couple of yards. Could not shake free from David Woodward. We will call David Woodward's number quite a bit this year. He is a tackling machine as well. You heard that Brad was talking about Josh Watson, 2 of the best inside linebackers in the conference, Watson and David Woodward, the 235-pound sophomore from Olympia, Washington.
Drew, to furthermore your point, to hammer home your point, they haven't scored opening drive touchdown the last 3 games. Need a fast start.
They'll go on the ground again. Matthews, nice little opening. And he lunges ahead close to the 35-yard line. That, of course, is the line to gain. They're going to mark him short by about a yard. Chris Jansen and Aaron Wade made the tackle. This is a nice downhill run. Cut and get downhill. They've been concerned that he has been dancing a little bit too much, Izzy Matthews.
Trying to find the home run instead of just putting your pads down at 220 pounds and getting it, or 210 pounds and getting the yardage.
Butler, the tight end, comes in motion. And here's Matthews, and he gets blown up in the backfield. And who is it? Woodward again. That is his 10th plus tackle for loss this year, and it'll be a 3 and out for Colorado State.
I tell you, they pull the left side, and he just scrapes off the backside, run gap blitz, and he is ready to tackle when he gets there. That's a great job.
Ryan Stonehouse, one of the top punters in the nation in gross punting yards. And this will be a procedure penalty, a false start.
Number 11, offense.
And again,
5-yard penalty.
You want to know why you're 3 and 7? There are issues like this. 3rd and 1, you don't convert, and then you're somewhat backed up, and it costs you another 5 yards on a tough day to do anything on a football field. Now Stonehouse will actually hit the football from inside his own 20-yard line. Devin Tompkins is back deep. That was nearly blocked. Tompkins from the 30. And good field position for Utah State as he's finally driven down around the 37-yard line. So here comes another sophomore, Jordan Love. And Jordan Love has thrown for over 2,600 yards this year. We mentioned the 24 touchdowns, just 4 picks, completing 2/3 of his passes. He has 5 games of 300-plus yards, 2 games, including last week, of 400-plus. Now, they're going to retire the Mountain West Conference Offensive Player of the Week award because he's won it half the time this year. He's got 5 of them.
Ridiculous.
Kidding me? And they'll go to the air immediately, and it was blocked and knocked down. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
It's a nice job by Trey Thomas to get his hands up.
Thomas, one of those seniors playing his final home football game. 2nd and 10. Love has Darwin Thompson next to him. You'll see both Thompson and Bright, the two running backs, have combined for over 1,500 yards. And collectively, they average more than 7 yards a carry. Love has a man, 1st down. Flip side of the 50, pulling it in, Ronquavian Tarver. He had 8 catches last week. That is his 51st catch of the year, a pickup of 16.
Great job dropping it in the cover 2 hole. You run the quick out by your slot receiver, throw it right over the corner's head for the completion.
Again to the air, slant a little bit behind Dax Raymond. And the terrific tight end could not make that catch. We saw Utah State set against Wyoming. Raymond was injured in that game. He had a broken hand. Missed about 3.5 games. But he's back. He is very talented. First running play, and this gets blown up in the backfield. That is Emmanuel Jones, 275-pound sophomore from Cartersville, Georgia. Number 33. Has tremendous talent.
Oh, he is the dude. He is the dude that looks the part.
3rd down. Post shot, broke it up. It hit the back of the trailing DB.
He just waits a little too long.
Was that Tywan Francis? Yeah, it hit the back of Tywan Francis, the nickel back.
I tell you, he's open, Drew. He's just got to put it out there early. Takes a little bit too long. He's trying to look the safety off and underthrows it.
So now we'll see Taylor Heinz, I should say, punting. Olabisi Johnson will watch it go out of bounds. Right around the 20-yard line. So both teams have had it once, no score. Mountain West football on AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by Bojo's Colorado-style pizza. Dine in or take out a legendary mountain pie today. Visit bojos.com. And by Blue Federal Credit Union. Learn about our Sky High savings account at bluefcu.com/Sky High. 17 seniors being sent off the right way in Fort Collins today. Adam Prentice is in at tailback. He's one of the top fullbacks in the country, and they said they're going to use him as a tailback today. They go a little bootleg, and they throw it to their tight end, Cameron Butler. So Hill will get a few yards there on 1st and 10 to Butler. Tackled by Deontay Fortenberry.
I think it's just a way to really play a little more smash mouth. You're going to need that today. You're going to have to run the ball today. You get a guy 235 yards in the backfield coming downhill, you can wear down some people.
Well, this kid has always been known as top-notch blocker. He had 6 carries last week. Those are his only 6 carries of the year. Here's number 7, and guess what? He gets 7 yards and a 1st down. That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Well, what did Coach Bobo say at the start of the week after they were embarrassed in Reno last week against Nevada? He said, I'm going to find out these next couple of weeks, hey, there's going to be some changes.
A lot of changes, and they know they need to. The kids know that. They all want to play well, but you have a few young men sprinkled in there that are underclassmen that want to lead and do things the right way. He is one of those guys, Adam Prentice.
Prentice will get another carry, and he drives ahead for about 3 yards. You mentioned it. He's 235 or so, and the guns are out, and they ought to be out.
He literally looks like a typical fullback. He's going to have to come out if he's got some blood on his elbow there.
He was the #1 rated coming into this year by Pro Football Focus, the #1 rated fullback in the country. And he's going to play a little tailback today.
That's a great get.
Izzy Matthews back in, 2nd down and 7. Nate Rykins coming in fullback, and they'll run the lead. And to the 40-yard line goes Matthews. Hey, listen, it doesn't take an offensive genius to say, listen, the other team's averaging 51 points a game. We have to score, we understand that, but we got to play keep away.
You got to slow down. You got to put drives together, convert, create some first downs, keep them off the field, keep them uncomfortable. You know, good early sign for Izzy right there. You see him pound it in there, finishing that run strong like he's supposed to.
Yeah, Izzy's a great kid. He's had a terrific career at Colorado State. He got the message this week.
Absolutely.
3rd and 4. Hill, quick release, a dart, and a first down across midfield to the 48 to Warren Jackson. Said you were a longtime quarterback. How would you like to have on one side 6'4" Preston Williams and on the other side 6'6" Warren Jackson?
I would love it. The catch radius is phenomenal. You could put the ball anywhere. Good job. He sizing it up. See, it's a nice slant route. Creates good space for himself.
And you see that clean delivery by Collin Hill. Offset eye, Izzy Matthews, the deep man. And Izzy spins out of a tackle and then finds Woodward. There's a flag down after a 3-yard advance.
That's a great job making the first guy miss. I think they're going to get bid knocks.
Holding, number 78. Offense, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still first down.
Ben Knox. We've got some athletic guys on that front for Utah State with tons of quickness.
That sets you off schedule. 1st and 20. Prentice back in. They'll run Prentice. And he almost broke the tackle of Woodward. And he ends up getting 9 yards. Probably called his dad, who played at Cal Davis. He said, Dad, guess what, man? I actually get to touch the football again. I'm not
just a hammer.
Yeah.
I'm not just a hammer. But it also sends a message to Izzy on how we need to be playing, how we need to go.
They'll give him 8 yards, 2nd down, and a dozen. And Matthews back in the pistol. Prentice shuffle motion. They'll run a screen to Olabisi Johnson. And again, Woodward. How many number 9s are out there?
Look at Woodward track down from almost the other side of the field. And I mean, the length and the ability to run.
And
he starts going left, he reads it, and just gets there. I mean, this kid is fantastic.
Colorado State has made it 3rd down and 8 after it was 1st and 20. They need the 39-yard line, the plus 39. 2 receivers right, 2 to the near side. Hill's got a screen set up. Got a lot of room for Izzy Matthews. Ton of room. Inside the 30, out of bounds at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10, Colorado State. A pickup of 22 on 3rd and 8. Finally run out by Tifa Nalei.
You catch them in a blitz, and they throw right into the face of it with the screen. And I tell you what, if Big Jeff Taylor could have just got flat and got out there, this thing could go another 15 yards. Perfect time.
That's a great call by Mike Bobo. And that's all tendencies. 3rd and 5 plus, Utah State brings heat.
Pressure, right. That's a good job.
53-yard drive so far. This is the 10th play.
Illegal substitution. Offense. 12 men in formation. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Well, again, a good play, and then you lose 5 yards, so now it's 1st and 15.
On something like that, and that's just not knowing what personnel groupings you're in and who's on the field. You got to communicate better, and the quarterback's got to step away and make sure you've got the right people.
Marvin Kinsey, number 5, is coming at the tailback. And Kinsey lowers his pad level, gets a couple of yards. tripped up by Devon Anderson. Christopher Unga was in there also.
This is the right kind of drive for CSU. You had the mistake, but they're just being patient.
And it's eating up clock.
Keeping them off the field. You can't hang half 100 if you don't get the possessions.
Partner, you took the words out of my mouth. Now, they score in other ways, too, but conventionally with that offense, they're out of this world. Prentice falling forward to about the 24-yard line. That'll set up 3rd down and 10. Caden Anderson made the tackle. Prentice started out. Prentice is a really bright kid, and he's got to be today because you talk about personnel groupings, he's all of a sudden in a couple other personnel groupings he might not have been in the past.
And the other thing is he's such a good athlete. He could probably line up at the H position as well, Drew, not just the fullback, but he's very versatile, gives him a huge lift.
Williams has not received the football yet. He's to the near side. Hill 4 for 4 on the drive all day, and separated from the football is Izzy Matthews. Arriving at the same time was DJ Williams, the junior from Smyrna, Tennessee.
And that one's going to smart a little bit. It's just too long, and he's out in the flat. That's a really good hit.
So you get a 42-yard field goal attempt here from Wyatt Bryan. Has been up and down this year. He's the all-time leading scorer at Colorado State, but he's 10 of 16. Got plenty of leg. Good snap, good hold, but he missed it right. And that's kind of been his year. So a wasted opportunity for Colorado State. A very impressive drive, but they don't get anything for it. Cam the Ram, unbothered by the cold temperatures and the snow. No score, late stages, quarter number 1. Keys to containment brought to you by Delta Faucets. What do you have said,
Colorado State, you saw just what they want to do. Control the ball, keep that offense off the field for Utah State. And Utah State, they always want to start fast, put pressure on the other team. Unable to do that, we'll see what they do here on this second drive.
Even front for Colorado State. They'll give it to Thompson. He's got a big opening. And he's still going before Jordan Fogle could bring him down. 12 yards on the pickup, 1st down for Thompson, junior from Tulsa, Oklahoma, averaging a shade under 8 yards a carry this year. And here's the tempo. They go quick. Love, one of those RPOs, and he'll slide down. He got 10.
Again, he doesn't look to run. He doesn't want to, but he has enough in his tank that he can go pick up 8 yards on a play if he needs to.
They're going to mark him 2 yards shy, so it is a pickup of 8. And now a pickup of about 3. They'll move the chains again. 1st down. It's Darwin Thompson. Right to the line of scrimmage. CSU will get one of the big guys off the field. It's even hard to do that. Get one guy replaced.
And I think that's what makes this so tough. You have to leave personnel groupings out there. They go so fast.
They brought Damian Dickens in. Up front, CSU's playing without their super freshman Devin Phillips. The 320-pound tackle's out this week. Throw it in the flat. And Thompson to the 34-yard line. Last week, you want to talk about a ball game. Darwin Thompson, 140 yards rushing on 15 carries, 115 yards receiving on just 4 catches. He scored 3 touchdowns.
Great afternoon of play for him.
Go 100 and 100. Love's got all day, and he's going to throw it away.
I don't know why he didn't go to Tarver on that play. Tarver hit Ajayi the play before on a crackback. And Ajayi came up hobbling a little bit, had him one-on-one singled up. If you're taking a shot anywhere, I'm taking a shot to Tarver.
2nd and 10, scoreless, 3:18 to go in the 1st quarter. Gerald Bright has come in the backfield, standing next to Love.
roll down in the cover 3.
And Bright gets to the 30, a pickup of 5 or 6.
Seems like when they get in 2x2, they want to be in cover 2. And that's where you can get Dax Raymond involved. Down the middle of the field, the big tight end.
3rd down. Got a man, 1st down, 15-yard line. Out of bounds is Vaughns. Aaron Vaughns, the senior from Altadena, California, near where you grew up.
Absolutely. Nice corner route, beautiful throw and catch, and he's getting a chance to get more reps with Jordan Nathan being out.
Pickup of 16. Bright with the football. And he gets tackled right around the legs. Coming up and making the tackles, Quinn Brennan. He's a true freshman from Pleasanton, California. One of those youngsters that Colorado State likes a lot. CSU trying to get lined up. That is so tough to do as quickly as Utah State snaps the football. Vaughns will move to the other side of the formation. They're going to run wide with Bright, and again he's tackled down low. It's Josh Watson, excuse me. It's Emmanuel Jones, 33, getting him.
It's a good job of running, finishing the play by Emmanuel Jones. Getting to the edge.
3rd and 9. Utah State needs the 4-yard line. And a timeout is called by Colorado State. No score, 1:40 to go, 1st quarter from snowy Fort Collins.
Let's go, Graham!
Got to be hardy to be out there today. No score, late stages, as we said, of quarter number 1. Utah State normally is up by 2+ touchdowns at this point.
They really are. I mean, this is fast starting team. They love it. But right now, CSU's making them work and earn some things. And listen, the more plays you make a team run, the more chance you have to turn them over.
3rd and 9, pressure coming and a whistle. Watson on the blitz came away with part of the uniform of Jordan Love. May have been a false start.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 72, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
That's Alfred Edwards.
I tell you what, they fortunate for the false start. CSU was beat. They ran Aaron Vaughns on a wheel route, and he was wide open, Drew.
Raymond in the slot to the near side. The big tight end, and also Jalen Green, number 21, at the bottom of your screen, one of the favorite targets.
They also go back to that corner route with Aaron Vaughns up top. Right here.
They got a screen set up. It's blocked well. It is stopped short of the 1st down. Rallying to the football was Jamal Hicks. That was a big tackle because it looked like that may have gone to the end zone. And if not to the end zone, enough to get the 1st down. But Hicks made a good play, and then it'll be a field goal opportunity.
It's well set up, but a great job, as you talked about, by Jamal Hicks. Finishing the play, rallying, getting there, and getting him on the ground, not missing the tackle.
23-yard attempt from Dominic Eberle. And line drive is right through there. So Utah State takes a 3-0 lead. Colorado State had a field goal attempt they missed. 1 minute to play in the 1st quarter. I think so far the complexion of the game has to be pleasing to Mike Bobo. Again, this is a team last week got blown out 49-10 at Nevada. They've lost 3 straight.
Got to be excited. Your guys are playing hard. They're staying in it. They've got to continue that, and no matter what happens, just keep playing hard.
70-yard drive. Utah State used to getting 6, not 3. In fact, Eberle's had only 10 field goal attempts all year because he's just out there kicking extra points all the time. Actually, let me correct that. Everly's had 23 field goal attempts this year, but he's kicking a lot of extra points also.
And making them all. Making all of them.
There's Anthony Hawkins. Utah State, this is their best start since 1960, a Merlin Olsen-led team. And the fair catch is made. Rule in college football.
Brandon Fulton.
They'll go out to the 25-yard line.
All bundled up. I mean, I guess when you're young, your metabolism's high. Stay warm.
Marcus McElroy is now in at tailback. Snow's really picked up. McElroy, a couple of yards, that's all. Let's go downstairs. Brad Thompson.
Guys, you talked about the energy of this team. Now, CSU, it's being senior day, and these guys playing for their seniors. It's an emotional day, right? You get honored before the game with your family out on the field. It's a big deal. They've kept that energy going here on the sidelines. It's cold. The snow's coming down, but they're ready. They've got a boost from their seniors right now, and so far, so good with the score 3-0. Rams just behind by a couple.
Well, Collin Hill, we spoke with him yesterday, and what a bright, engaging young man. And he said, we're playing for our seniors these last couple of games, and he meant it. I mean, this club, as he hits Olabisi Johnson, one of his best friends on the team, out to the 41-yard line. We've been in this business for a while. You played a long time. The NFL, of course, Arena Football League. When things don't go well, sometimes you can tell late in the season when things are fractured. We didn't get that sense at all yesterday in Fort Collins.
No, it seemed like they all want to look in the mirror and make some changes. What can we do to be better?
That's going to be the final snap of the first quarter. Collin Hill in the early going, 5 out of 6. Just a field goal separates these two teams on a snowy day in northern Colorado. 3-0 Utah State. (3-0) Utah State, 14th ranked in the country. Again, winners of 9 consecutive games. Colorado State with the football. First down for Colorado State. Preston Williams has yet to touch the football today. One of the leading receivers in college football. He has 78 catches over 1,000 yards. Number 11. Now he's got the football. And he's got himself 6 yards. Coach Bobo looked at his play sheet and said, wait a second. We got a weapon we haven't used yet.
Number 11 hasn't been test fired yet. Let's get him going.
Yeah, Preston Williams, transfer from Tennessee. He was a 5-star recruit to Knoxville. He is a junior. He was All-Mountain West Conference in track and field. He's an elite triple jumper. He's an elite wideout.
He absolutely is. And I think he turned the film on last week when they were getting throttled, and he was one of the few guys that looked like they didn't realize they were getting beat down. He played a whale of a game.
Adam Prentice, you got to gang tackle him. Utah State does after a yard or two. And he'll set up 3rd down and 3. And there's number 9 again. Woodward came in with 93 tackles. Again, the only guy who's got more tackles in the conference is his counterpart today, Josh Watson for Colorado State. They're the 2 leading tacklers in the Mountain West.
He's also one of the highest grading linebackers in the country, Drew. David Woodward.
So 3rd down and about 3.5. Empty backfield. Hill will go to Williams, and Williams will get the 1st down. Chris Jansen and Woodward combined for the tackle. as Colorado State moves into Utah State territory for the third time today. They didn't move into Nevada territory until deep into the third quarter last week. That's how awful the performance was for Colorado State in that loss to Nevada.
You know, one of the things that, speaking of Collin Hill, they talked about their quick game is pretty good, and they feel comfortable with it. And you see them utilizing that as an extension of the running game.
They'll go play action. Hill, deep shot to Olabisi Johnson. He made the catch. What an adjustment by Olabisi Johnson. DJ Williams was right there. Big play for Colorado State. Pickup of 37.
This is literally just you're going to give your guy a shot, and you trust him. You talked about them being great friends, that relationship. You trust your senior to go up and make a play. That's exactly what he does there. Locates and brings it in.
Bunch left formation for Colorado State. McElroy in the back field. And they'll run McElroy, and he'll get it to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple of yards there. Von Anderson involved in the tackle. Hill so far 7 out of 8 for 101 yards. You think to keep in mind, he's been on campus 3 years. He's done 2 ACLs up here. He had the great start to his career as a freshman, 4 starts, then he got hurt against Utah State. In terms of playing games at the collegiate level, as talented as he is, he's really not very experienced yet.
7th start, dude. This is his 7th start.
And that one is picked off, and it's going to go the distance the other way. With the football and heading to the end zone for a touchdown is Aaron Wade. 95 yards. What a break for Utah State off the deflection. That is the 10th time they've been in the end zone, not by their offense.
On defense, I believe that's their 9th, right? They've got a punt return as well. These guys score a bunch of different ways. But this is beautiful drive going.
This is the first poor throw. It was deflected, I get it, but the throw was high from Collin Hill.
The throw was high and a little late. I think he was trying to get a little extra peek at the outside corner that ends up picking him.
95-yard touchdown return. 3rd interception this year for Aaron Wade. 10-0 Utah State. High for Preston Williams, and then on the deflection, Aaron Wade, nothing but snowflakes and fake green grass. Aaron Wade, senior safety from Florida, 95 yards, gets in the end zone. Looking back at that play, it looked like a double out, double stick move. What do you got on this set?
Yeah, he just overthrows it, and Warren Jackson was on the go route outside, trying to clear his safety or his corner. Doesn't get him all the way out of there. And the hand goes up, it tips up in the air. And listen, this is an opportunistic defense. You already talked about what they've done, putting the ball in the zone.
And Hawkins will get to about the 19-yard line. Brought down by Gage Ferguson on special teams. Well, Colorado State, 3-7 coming in. Losers of 3 straight. How do they handle adversity?
This is where you're going to see. And what Coach Bobo has preached all week is we've got to have poise. Bad things are going to happen. You're not going to stop this team from Utah State, but how are you going to respond when bad things happen? You've got to have poise and control your emotions and keep playing.
Marvin Kinsey in the backfield now. Yeah, because till that pick, Colorado State actually had, I don't want to say dominated, but they had done a really good job controlling the football. They had the missed field goal. They've hung in there defensively. I mean, they're right in the game, but now they look up and it's a 10-0 deficit against a team you know that can score.
Offside, number 47, defense, lined up in the neutral zone. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is a first down.
Logan Lee, offsides. But a good respawn on first down. You come out and throw to your route runner. I mean, this guy is a route runner beyond belief, BC Johnson. He might not be the fastest guy, but he is a guy that you can count on and depend on.
Utah State brings 4. Collin Hill has got a man. It's Williams again to the 32-yard line. Preston Williams quiet in the first quarter, not so quiet here in quarter number 2. In front of Deontay Fortenberry, a pickup of 35.
Fortenberry's down, but he's going to run a double move route. He's going to come up, settle, and then take off on the post. It's a good-looking route. You get the safety out of the way, Ferguson. Fortenberry hurt himself on the play. 2 confident calls. You get your quarterback going immediately. 2 throws right out of the gate. I love it. Being aggressive, allowing him to get back into a rhythm.
So Fortenberry, the senior from Oakland, remains down.
Keep in mind, they're already without Shaq Bond.
See Izzy Matthews, he was shaken up earlier. We haven't seen him since he took that big hit. We'll come back after this. Mountain West Football on AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by Utah Toyota Dealers. Visit your Utah Toyota dealer today. Let's go places. And by Mako, visit your local Mako and turn the car you drive into the car you love. Now, the entire Utah State team has come out on the field to pat Deontay Fortenberry on the back. And you don't like to see this. He's going to be carted off. And they're a thin secondary for Coach Wells already because Shaq Bond tore his knee up and is out for the season. The safety is a sophomore, and they're playing without Jamarcus Ingram, a redshirt sophomore from Dallas, and now they're going to go the rest of the day without Deontay Fortenberry as he goes off. There's Coach Wells. What a marvelous job he's done at Utah State. And we talked to him about getting his team ready this week, and he said, listen, I know how talented Colorado State is. He said, I have great respect for Coach Bobo. They've had a rough year, he said, but I'm not sleeping well this week, trust me. Colorado State very much in this game early. And a man open, and it's complete. This is Kinsey out of the backfield, bulling his way inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal for the Rams. What a strike there from Collin Hill.
Good patience by Collin. You see they flood the area. You have Williams on a little bubble route. He waits to the last second for the corner to come up and bite on it. And he just throws it right behind him. And I mean, this is a great job of being patient.
24 yards on that pickup. See Kinsey being physical. I think everybody got the message in that backfield this week that Coach Bobo wanted guys who were going to run downhill and bring it. They'll go play action. Hill, end zone shot, and if it was in Canada, that would count. But we're south of the border.
Or maybe even Colorado Springs.
Yeah. Aaron Wade.
And that's, you know what, you don't have to be perfect right there. You just got to throw it to the top of his hands.
Got a man down. Jeff Taylor, the right guard, is down. 305-pound junior from Jonesboro, Georgia.
On the defender with no help back there.
That's Coach Alvis Whitted, who's what a job he's done, not only recruiting, but in that wide receiver room. Man. It seems like a guy going to the NFL every year.
Every year. Talented guys coming in and out. Starting with Higgins, Michael Gallup. I mean, those guys were set the standard very high. And now you've got Preston, you've got Warren Jackson, Olabisi Johnson. I mean, loads of talent at the tight end spot. Or the wide receiver spot, excuse me.
It takes some folks to get one of those big linemen up.
I don't know if they brought enough help out there.
Yeah, one hand not going to get it done typically. You know, Shard Higgins, who's doing a really good job with Cleveland now as they turn that NFL franchise around. Michael Gallup, third-round pick of the Cowboys. He's had some moments already this year for Dallas. And then the combination this year of senior Olabisi Johnson and junior Preston Williams. Izzy Matthews, who was banged up, is back in there for Colorado State on 2nd and goal from the 8. They'll run Izzy, and he'll have a path to the end zone, touchdown. So Colorado State, after the Pitt touchdown, the pick 6, they respond in a big way.
Huge drive led by Collin Hill through the air, making big plays, came right back to him, allowed him to get back in his rhythm. I think that was a great job of play calling there by Coach Bobo.
29th career touchdown for senior Izzy Matthews from Redding, California. One of the leaders for Colorado State. And now Wyatt Bryan's extra point is through, and it's 10-7.
It's a really good job up front. You see Kobe Meeks getting up to the 2nd level, taking out the linebacker. And once he gets that deep in on a safety or corner, DJ Williams has no chance here.
And we should point out, you mentioned the block at the 2nd level by Meeks, the senior center. This is an offensive line that has been much maligned this year.
Yeah, they've taken some punishment because you look through the roster, and they're the only crew that doesn't have so-called star talent or star-level players. So maybe they got the message this week as well, because they've done a nice job in this first half of blocking and moving people around.
And they lost 4 starters off their team from last year, and they had an outstanding offense a year ago. They got a couple of guys in NFL camps. Got a guy who's active right now in the NFL.
I think the guy that spearheaded it all up front was Bennett, Jake Bennett. Like, big, strong kid that, listen, he had a little nasty to him, and every offensive line needs that nasty. He set the tempo for those guys, and that's what they've missed so far this year.
Savon Scarver is going to move up and take it from the 12. This kid can fly, but he's not going to be able to show the great speed there. 23-yard line is where Utah State will begin this drive after Colorado State went 80 yards in 5 plays. So far, CSU 225 yards of offense, 91 for Utah State. You never would have thought that. You'd think the numbers would have been reversed with 9:47 to go before halftime.
Something about the front range and slowing down this offense.
Gerald Bright moves to the right side next to Jordan Love from the far hash. Love, plenty of time, good strike to Tarver. And he'll get it to the 32-yard line. 2nd catch for Ronquavian Tarver, senior from Belglade, Florida, in front of Dejon Owens. Owens, number 2 in green, getting his first career start. Starting for the senior VJ Banks. And now this is wide and plenty of room running for Darwin Thompson out close to midfield. But a flag is down.
They're going to get Carson Terrell.
This is coming back.
On the hold on the edge. And this is one of those ones where your runner has to see what you're doing and make a cut. Then he could just take his man to the sideline, keep washing him out to the sideline, but string it out. This is what happens.
Holding, number 88, offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Still 2nd down.
Michael Vandervelde, our referee today.
See right there, there's no cut made. He can't. He lets go, but it's too late.
By the way, I said that was Thompson. That was Gerald Bright with the carry that was wiped out. So it'll be 2nd and 8 after the adjustment. Here's Bright into the secondary. And he's dropped just shy of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd down and about a yard. Darius Campbell on the tackle. And they'll get the first down to the 36-yard line with Bright. Gerald Bright, averaging 6.5 yards a carry. He'll go out. Darwin Thompson will come in. They're almost the same guy. They're 5'8", 190, 195 pounds.
Okay, good. Thompson's strength in his lower body is
it's legendary.
Unheard of.
Yeah, it's legendary in the Logan weight room. Love, double clutch, and nearly intercepted by Campbell. Darius Campbell trying to play volleyball with it and haul it in. He had Aaron Vaughn's.
He just stares it down too long. Ball floats on him. It's a really good decision by Jordan Fogle not to lay the lick on the receiver there.
10-7 Utah State. Jordan Love will go on the ground, and this is swallowed up. A big loss. Guess who?
Dickens.
Josh Watson involved. Also Damian Dickens, junior from Lexington, Mississippi. That's a loss of 4. 3rd and 14. Utah State needs the 47-yard line, their own 47. We got trips to the near side with Dax Raymond, the tight end, in between. CSU drops 7. Man opens Tarver. The throw a little bit low.
Throws this one off his front foot. He's got what he wants, but he's not able to step into it. He's got a pretty clean pocket, but see him up on that front foot early, and the ball just dies on him.
Yeah, he wants that throw back.
Absolutely.
So Heinz will punt. Olabisi Johnson back at around his own 25. And this will go out of bounds. See where they mark it out. Wow, they're marking it out above the 44-yard line. So outstanding field position, just a 23-yard punt. 10-7 Utah State, 14th ranked. Let's take a look at today's CenturyLink High-Speed Challenge. Go to AT&T Sportsnet RM to cast your vote. Pretty simple question. Who's going to win the Mountain Division in the Mountain West? Utah State at 9-1 or 9-2 Boise State? Boise State won in Albuquerque last night impressively, 45-14. Colorado State down a field goal, and they have basically half a field. Collin Hill hands off, and Izzy Matthews gets maybe a yard or 2. Well, it's been interesting. Colorado State has had a tough year. Utah State has had a marvelous season. And so far in this first half, other than the pick that went 95 yards the other way for Utah State, Colorado State has been the more impressive team so far.
It should be a 10-3 game right now. Colorado State on top. They missed a field goal, gave up the interception for a touchdown, but I love the response. Immediate response, you get your quarterback going, call some aggressive plays, and they've been able to execute on offense.
And executing on defense right there is Cameron Haney. Boy, he read that. And that'll be a loss of about 3 yards.
That's not a good job by Cameron Butler. He's got to do a better job of protecting his receiver on that screen. You've got to take a good flat angle, immediately get outside and shut it down. Can't go where he was. You got to go down the line of scrimmage and make that block.
So it'll be 3rd down and call it 11. Colorado State needs the 47 of Utah State. 3 receivers to the near side, and they're going to go shuttle pass. This is Izzy Matthews, and this is well defended. Rallying to the football, you see 3 or 4 white jerseys. So Utah State did a great job there because Colorado State had their best field position of the game.
Stopped them on that first down. I think that's huge when you get them off track and off schedule. But it seemed like they ramped up the tempo defensively up front.
Ryan Stonehouse averaging just under 50 yards a punt. But the net hasn't been great. Not necessarily on him. This is not a good effort, and there's a flag down. It goes out of bounds north of the 20-yard line. We'll see what the flag's about.
That one came off the side of his foot.
For now, just a 30-yard punt.
Illegal formation. 5 players in the backfield. Offense. 5-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down.
That's one of those drives where if you're CSU, you needed to go down and really continue your momentum. Stay aggressive. But Utah State comes out, forces them 3 and out off the field. You get the shank punt.
(10-7) Utah State, so they had the ball at their own 28-yard line. Thompson standing next to Jordan Love, and the sophomore with a good delivery to the 34-yard line to Ronquavian Tarver. Tight coverage by Dejan Owens. 5 yards on the pickup. They'll go quick and head for a first down. To the 40-yard line goes Darwin Thompson. Just like that. I mean, 2 plays in about 8 seconds.
And listen, what makes them so dangerous is they are so good running the football, and it's led by this offensive lineman that's got a ton of experience.
They'll go Thompson again, trying to bounce it, and he hurdles for about 3 yards. A spectacular 3-yard run.
It was.
Trey Thomas made the tackle.
Jalen McGee misses his block, and Ajayi comes in, unable to make the tackle because of the hurdle.
Seeing more and more backs do that. Christian McCaffrey, who's a big star at Ballard Christian down the road in Denver, All-American at Stanford, now starring for Carolina. He did that last week. They got a screen set up, and Colorado State reads it well. This is going to be a loss of a couple of yards. They read it the whole way. Caleb Smith playing his final home game in Fort Collins, senior from Inglewood, California, made the tackle. He's got a brother playing down in Las Cruces.
Really good job, defense.
3rd and 8 for Love. Love's got all kinds of time. And this is thrown in the middle of the field, and nobody around. Coverage in the secondary for Colorado State. And Utah State, again, will have to punt. Right now, Tyler Hines saying, I haven't had this much action since practice on Thursday.
A ton of work. Tell you what, he had Evans down the middle of the field. He's just not feeling comfortable back there throwing the ball. It's not coming off nicely.
Well, think about this. Hines came into the game with 36 punts in 10 games. Olabisi Johnson, fair catch, 25-yard line. 10-7, Utah State leading. Punt of just 34 yards. Collin Hill today, other than a deflected pass, said, how would you grade him out?
He's right up there with a high B+. I mean, and maybe even an A. I think he's given his guys chances to make plays. He's done everything they asked. And listen, this is a guy we knew, Drew. We knew the talent is there. We know it's there. It's a matter of him getting that confidence and going out making it happen.
Adam Prentice, the fullback. McElroy is the tailback. And McElroy will get about 4 yards. tackled by Chase Christiansen, senior backer from Stansbury, Utah. Civil engineering major, is going to graduate next month. That's the definition of a student athlete right there. Getting his degree in civil engineering and also starring on the football field on Saturdays.
Couldn't imagine any engineering major of any type trying to play sports.
McElroy trying to get wide, and he will. McElroy with a flag down.
And that's a late hit out of bounds as well.
Yeah, you got that going on also as he got to the 45-yard line. The initial flag was thrown in the area of holding. So we'll see how this thing all shakes out. Michael Vanderveld, the referee. The run was good for 26 yards, but it's not going to stand up, I don't think. Probably be offsetting.
Well, you get a glimpse of Marcus's burst. He's got a good little burst on him. He's a big, strong, physical kid, but he gets in the open space. He can run.
Yeah, it looks like he can move some weights around too.
Yes, very strong.
We saw him last time we had Colorado State about a month ago, running around in shorts. He has enormous legs.
Great kid.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Holding, number 46, offense. That 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the previous spot. After the play is over, personal foul, late hit out of bounds. Number 4, defense. That penalty will also be enforced 15 yards. It's an automatic first down, Colorado State.
So it's a net gain of 5 yards for Colorado State.
And a first down.
And a first down.
And a first down. You see
so here's Prentice.
Yeah, just anytime you get those arms outside the frame, you're going to make that call. And then as he's going, he just steps out of bounds.
Yeah, there's no question that was late from Aaron Wade, who was in the end zone earlier on that 95-yard pick return. You know, Wade has 95 yards, right, going the other direction. He almost has as many yards as Utah State does offensively. It was just a shock. As, again, prolific as Utah State is on offense. Quick throw, great catch, B.C. Johnson for 11 yards.
I mean, we used to call him the standard. I don't know if they still call him the standard, but that's the reason why. Solid route, ball's in the air, he's going to go make the play. Senior out of Bear Creek High School, had a terrific career, and just making the plays. I mean, he is solid. I mean, look at that route. No stutter, nothing.
He wasn't available last week, nursing an injury. He's got 5 catches for 80 yards in his final home game in Fort Collins. 1st and 10 for the Rams, 45-yard line, the false start.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 58, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
You know, the Rams came into this game averaging just 100 yards on the ground, which is 125th of 129 teams in the FBS. Now, throwing the football, they're much better. They're 18th in the country. But they've had a semblance of a run game today.
And I think that the offensive linemen have taken the challenge to go out and get it done.
Utah State, pressure coming, screen set up. Izzy Matthews just run out of bounds by Christiansen.
Christiansen just too athletic and too quick. Again, it's one of those things where it's tough to simulate screens in practice with the tempo and the speed of guys.
That's a loss of a couple. CSU rushing 18 trips, 84 yards and a touchdown, averaging just under 5 yards a carry. So that has been a positive. Not much for Izzy Matthews there. It's going to set up a 3rd and long.
Devin Anderson shoots in from the backside.
53 seconds left. Utah State now is going to burn a timeout.
So you got these big weapons outside, man.
Yeah, and now it's an interesting decision for Coach Bobo, because if you stay on the ground, you're going to get another timeout from Utah State. And so you're talking about in the 45-second range left. Do you try? Listen, you're three. The other thing that factors in also, you're 3 and 7. You know,
and you're
trying
to instill
again for the first time in half a dozen years, 5 straight bowl games. Do you try to pick it up?
I mean, how much do you like your guys outside? And I like those guys outside. I mean, you've got 3 good options, and then you throw in Cam Butler.
You pointed this out. You love your guys outside, but you better like your guys who are blocking right now, and they've done a good job today, but they've given up a bunch of sacks this year. So it's 3rd down and a bunch. They need the 45-yard line of Utah State. And the clock is rolling. So timeout that was interesting. The clock down at 12-11. This is going to be the final play, it looks like, of the half. And CSU will go on the ground. I get that. Ball, did it come out for a second?
No, they stood him up.
And then he moved over. And that will be the final play. I thought Utah State would utilize their timeouts to try to get the football back.
I think they were kind of shocked that they...
So now Utah State did get a timeout called. And if you're Mike Bobo, you don't have to punt here.
No, you don't. And I would.
Little surprised. You know, again, you're talking about
mind game.
Yeah, but you're talking about the best offense in college football this year for Coach Wells, who we know how aggressive he is. And I figured he was going to give Jordan Love an opportunity to run, you know, a real quick 2-minute drill with about 40-some-odd seconds left, maybe a little bit less after a punt.
Well, I think you in their mind, we've given CSU every reason to be excited right now. Let's not have something catastrophic happen at the end of this half by trying to go out and make a play. They will receive the ball coming out after the half, so I get it. I don't understand the timeout with 2 seconds left, though.
Utah State will make the tackle on Kinsey around the line of scrimmage, and that officially is the final play of the first half. Interesting, not what we thought we'd see. Utah State 14th in the country in one poll, 13th in the other poll. They have the lead, but it is close and it's low scoring at the break. 10-7 Aggies trying to win their 10th consecutive game and set up a great showdown in Boise, Idaho with the Broncos next week. But a whole lot still left to be determined in half number 2 in Fort Collins. Utah State moved the ball a little bit, bottled up. Colorado State has had some moments. The 1 touchdown for the Aggies came defensively. Let's go down to the field. Brad Thompson.
We're here with Coach Matt Wells. Couldn't get the offense going. How do you get him in a rhythm in the second half?
We just got to be able to run the ball a little bit better. We had a couple silly penalties, put us behind the chains.
What's the message to the team at the halftime here? You do have the lead, but not playing probably the way you want to.
Well, it's a tough weather game, and so I think, you know, it's one of those days that we're going to go win this thing on defense. We've got to establish the run. I think we got to run the ball a little bit better. And you know, I thought we threw and caught it pretty well, but we just got to run the ball and continue to play good defense.
Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Drew.
All right, Coach Wells got the jaw set, and I know what's wandering through his mind, what he's going to articulate to his team. That's their lone touchdown. Aaron Wade off a deflection, 95 yards. Izzy Matthews in the end zone for Colorado State. It's been entertaining. It's been tight. It's a good one. 10-7 at the break. Utah State leading 10-7. They'll have the football to begin the second half. Let's check in with Brad Thompson, who just visited a moment ago with Mike Bobo. Brad?
Guys, Coach Bobo said he loved the response to the adversity after that pick six, the way they drove down and scored a touchdown. He wants to continue to run the football, get this game into the fourth quarter. And I asked him about him putting a coat on, perhaps long sleeves. He said, not a chance.
I was just going to say, Brad, somebody bring the man a CSU hoodie right now, at the very least. He's a Georgia kid.
He's in his space right now. He's in his space right now. He's probably feeling really warm.
Well, his team played very well in the first half. Utah State, they're accustomed to being way out in front at this point. In fact, Jordan Love, their quarterback, how many times he's played in the fourth quarter this year? 4 times. That's it. They've played 10 football games, 6 of the 10. He hasn't even seen the fourth quarter. He's got the baseball cap on, giving high fives to his buddies. Savon Scarver is back around his own 3. He's going to have a chance here from the 1. Ducks away from a man. He's got some room. Scarver with blockers. Tackled at the 48-yard line of Colorado State. He almost went the distance. We saw him do that earlier this year north of here at War Memorial Stadium in Laramie. It's Adam Prentice who saved the touchdown.
I mean, it's good effort. Everybody's coming down, hustling, but you got to stay in your lanes and stay balanced. And with his speed, I'm surprised he didn't bounce that outside. He had 2 blockers. Big return.
Half a field for Utah State. Give it to Thompson, and he is thrown for a loss. He never did lose his feet, but Caleb Smith had him for a moment and ultimately was the reason that it was a big loss on first down. I mean, you're talking about a 9-yard loss. Now Love, 4 in the route. He's going to dump it underneath, and Thompson will run out of bounds. He got about 7 or 8 of the yards back. It'll be 3rd and 12. Trey Thomas there defensively. And Sam Backer, he's a senior from Overland High School down in the Aurora area just outside of Denver.
Colorado State's done a nice job of keeping Jordan Love off balance and off schedule.
3 receivers into the boundary. Colorado State, a twist up front, they bring 4. Love, deep shots, got a man out there, but it's too short for the intended target. Number 19, Devon Tompkins. Keep in mind, Utah State is without today one of the favorite receivers of Jordan Love, Jordan Nathan, a sophomore, 23 catches coming in. He's got a concussion, so they cannot take advantage of the great field position. And they had the ball at the plus 48, and they went backwards. Where did this one go out of bounds?
Straight left almost, Drew.
Yeah, Heinz has really struggled today punting the football. 35-yard line, that's a punt of 15 yards. Well, officially they're going to say a punt of 14 yards, and that was not Heinz, that was Zach Lee punting there. He had only 4 punts coming in. Matt Wells wants to know what happened.
And he's trying to explain. Just listen, bad punt, man.
Yeah.
You can't explain that. It's just a bad punt.
Yeah, there's just no explanation there. None that will appease his head coach. Adley, Collin Hill pointing out the Mike backer. Izzy Matthews, not much. Getting there first was Gage Ferguson. Right on the line of scrimmage, Gage Ferguson, one of the safeties, senior from Mendon, Utah. Collin Hill had an extraordinary first half, 14 out of 17 throwing the football.
I mean, it's not even close. Jordan Love hasn't looked like himself at all.
Under 50% throwing the football.
That's that baseball Freudian slip right there.
Exactly. Deep shot. Olabisi Johnson again with an adjustment. Inbounds at the 42 of Utah State. DJ Williams got turned around. That's a pickup of 22.
Usually you think about these underthrown back shoulder balls, and he's not able to step all the way in, but stands in there. Think about these back shoulder throws. You think about the 6'5" guy, but look at Olabisi Johnson. That's a catch. That right foot is down without question. The right foot was down without question.
They're going to go take a look at it.
Watch the right foot come down right there. Ball doesn't come out. Watch the right foot right there. And that's...
And you know what? That would have been good in the NFL. I think the left foot.
It's close to the line. There's a right down. Left is close.
But again, college just got to get one down. He had the football secured. Tim England, replay official, will give word downstairs. And if it holds, again, it's an advance of 22. And it'll put Olabisi Johnson over 100 yards receiving. 6 catches, 102 yards, assuming that holds up. BC Johnson's one of the leaders on this Colorado State team. And it can't all be from the coaching staff when you've had adversity. 3-7 for Colorado State coming in. And you expect your seniors, or in the case of Adam Prentice, one of the leaders who's just a sophomore, to step forward and keep things together. And all we heard this week was that they had a very spirited week of practice after the blowout loss in Reno last Saturday.
I think the guys are still on message and on task. It hasn't.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands as called. First down.
It hasn't always gone their way, but you still see guys playing hard and trying to get better.
One of the first things that Bobo did this week, Coach Bobo had his video team put together clips of last year's victory for Colorado State over Utah State, and he put together clips involving guys who were still there against Utah State players who were still there. He said, hey, look, we're the same team. Here's a bunch of you guys making plays against a bunch of their guys. Yeah, they come in, they're 13th ranked in the country in one poll, 14th in another. We beat them last year, and you all are the reason.
You guys aren't. Isn't that you? I mean, point the guy. Isn't that you making that play, making that block? Believe it. Have confidence, and I think that's what this team has lacked, is the confidence. Have confidence. Very talented team. Trying to gain that swagger back.
2nd and 7 after the 3-yard pickup. Plus 39-yard line for Colorado State. 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter. 10-7 Utah State. 4 coming. Hill under pressure for the first time. Steps up, and it's dropped. It would have been a first down. Dropped by Izzy Matthews. He had room to run.
It's point blank. And this, I mean, listen, this is a tough throw for Izzy as well to handle, because he's standing right in the front. Great job of avoiding the pressure, stepping through. Comes off a little hot, but he's trying to turn his head and look upfield first before he secures the catch.
So it'll be 3rd down and 7. See if Utah State brings pressure here. They do. They bring 6. Hill stands in, complete, first down. What a catch in traffic by Warren Jackson.
Man, listen, you got to get this guy more touches. I mean, that's a physical play here. He knows he's going to take a shot. Good job standing in there by Collin Hill.
And again, that O-line picked up the blitz.
And it just shows you Collin Hill gaining in confidence. He stood right in there and made the throw.
Matthews steps into the secondary. Izzy Matthews for a dozen. Another first down for Colorado State inside the 20 of Utah State. David Woodward had to make the tackle along with Jontrell Rockamore, but too far down the field for the Aggies.
It's an outside zone play, and he's able to cut it all the way back to the other side of the field just by having the vision. And it also shows you that those offensive linemen are staying attached on their guy, running them down the line of scrimmage, enabling that cutback.
They run a delay, and Izzy Matthews. Look at this, the pile's moving. It's still moving. That should have been a no gain. Instead, it's going to be about a 6-yard advance from Matthews.
He hit the XX button on the PlayStation.
Is that what he did?
That's what he did. As soon as he... Watch how fast this spin move happens in a short area. And there's penetration up inside, and whoop! Chris Jansen with the whiff. And that's a good move, and then they just push the pile along. Chase Christiansen unblocked, not ready to tackle in the backfield.
High formation on 2nd and 4. CSU keeps it on the ground, and Izzy Matthews will get a couple. It'll set up a 3rd down and 2. Collin Hill over 200 yards throwing. More South Carolina to Fort Collins, Colorado. You know, in high school, he had offers from Marshall and Colorado State early on. University of South Carolina got in on him a little bit later on, but he'd already made his decision to go west. Pressure coming, Hill steps in and incomplete. Then a flag, a late flag. That'll be interference. Warren Jackson, and Wade may have gotten there early.
Yeah, the left arm wrap before the throw gets there. I tell you, now that you've run Jackson on 3 of those inside cut routes, you might be able to get him right up the seam, over the top.
Sluggo.
Absolutely, right in the slot.
Pass interference, number 4, defense. That penalty be enforced at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
It'll be 1st and goal for Colorado State at the 5.
Right there, you see the left arm wraps.
And it was a good call. They actually placed the ball slightly outside the 6. 9:03 to go, 3rd quarter. Matthews and Prentice. Hill out of the gun. Toward the end zone, back shoulder, and he missed Jackson there.
Just threw it too low. Got to give him a chance. Give him a chance.
It's really an indefensible
You can't do anything
route.
about it. The ball's going to get there. You just got to throw it up where he can get to it. That's a little too low. And there is a steady wind blowing across the field. Ball just kind of got away from Collin on that throw.
Williams to the top. BC Johnson in the slot on 2nd and goal. They'll go on the ground. Izzy Matthews will get inside the 2. Jontrell Rockamore, converted safety to a linebacker, number 3, made the tackle.
That's a great cut. Good job of having some sweet feet right there from Izzy Matthews.
Colorado State's going to go with a heavy formation. They bring in 2 tights here. Play number 12 of this drive. It's so strange to see it snap under center in college football out of the I formation. You feel like you're watching football from 20 years ago. Toss sweep, Matthews nowhere. He is blown up.
Woodward.
Utah State.
That play should have
David
been.
Woodward got there. Devon Anderson. Loss of 2. And Colorado State will have to settle for 3.
Don't chase guys behind the play, and that shows you inexperience in the offensive line. Watch the left side chase guys behind the play when your backers are shooting. Don't chase guys. It's an outside toss, and you got guys turning back inside trying to chase guys on the other side. That's wow.
So Wyatt Bryant will try to tie it up. 22-yard field goal. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is through. We're tied at 10. So Utah State did a nice job after a first and goal at the 6, preventing the touchdown. Tied at 10 in the third quarter in Fort Collins, and those that have come have been rewarded for CSU. They have played a very good football game against one of the top teams in college football. Today's game summary brought to you by Ace Hardware. Jordan Love has had a spectacular year. 24 touchdowns, 4 interceptions coming in, and you look what he's done the last 8 games. Almost a 70% completion rate. Numbers off the charts. Today, though, just 64 yards set, and he's below 50% throwing the rock.
Well, you got to give the Rams credit, man. They put pressure. They've made him uncomfortable, taking him off schedule. They haven't been able to win first down.
CSU goes with a pooch kick. They said, you know what, Scarver, you're not touching it. So a fair catch at the 31-yard line by the backup tight end, Carson Terrell. Utah State, they usually score quick. Today they haven't scored on offense other than a field goal. They've had the football for only 10 minutes and a second. Colorado State has had it for 27+ minutes.
Slow the game down. That's what the Rams have been able to do, and their defense has been up for the challenge.
Here's Bright, and he'll get just a couple of yards, that's all. Colorado State rallying to the football. Kind of finishing them off was Jamal Hicks. Darius Campbell was there. 55's always there. Josh Watson. 2nd and 8. Love's got a screen set up. And Bright breaks a tackle. And across the 40-yard line. Should be enough for a first down for Gerald Bright. Junior from Pensacola, Florida. Escambia High School.
Livingston Pagofi down.
Pagofi, a sophomore D tackle from Arlington, Texas. We'll take a break. 10-10, 7:01 to go, third quarter. Mountain West football on AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by Peterson Toyota in Fort Collins. Everything cards made easy. And by Maaco. Visit your local Maaco and turn the car you drive into the car you love. First and 10 for Utah State. Gerald Bright. And a quick throw. Jalen Green with his first catch, and he'll get a dozen yards. First down into Colorado State territory. In front of Dejon Owens. First catch for the Southern Cal transfer, Jalen Green. On the ground and finding an opening is Bright, and he gets 9. And this is more like the Utah State offense. Big chunks of yardage.
Chunks of yardage, 7, 8, 9 yards. Getting into a little flow, a little rhythm.
And into the secondary, first down to the 29-yard line. Think about this, folks. Utah State, they've already broken a ton of school records. 66 touchdowns, 513 points coming in. They have 65 plays this year of 20+ yards. Here's an RPO, and that'll go for a first down. On the catch and run by DJ Nelson.
This is almost unfair right there, where you get your quarterback out on the zone read and you think you got him.
David Yost getting in a rhythm, calling plays, the outstanding offensive coordinator for the Aggies. Now they go back to the ground, and a couple of yards for Darwin Thompson. One of my favorite coordinators in the Mountain West. He's fun to visit with. He's always honest. He's always very candid. He's entertaining, thorough in his explanations. And I tell you what, coming down on Saturday, he is really good on that call sheet.
Unlike you and I, he's got great hair as well.
Well, you know, he has passed us in that department, hasn't he? Second and 6, and stopped right around the line of scrimmage is Darwin Thompson. Penetration from Damon Dickens. Damon Dickens got there first, so now it's 3rd and 6 for Utah State. Trips to the top.
You've got plenty of room up top to run a bubble screen if you want it. They're going to motion out of the formation.
Well, Coach Jancik's defense today for Colorado State has done a good job lining up.
They have, being ready. Scarver matched up one-on-one up top.
Love's got time, and it's complete right near the sticks to Tarver. I think he's going to be just short. And where they're spotting the football, he's going to be short by a guesstimate of a couple of yards, or excuse me, a couple of feet. Now what do you do if you're Matt Wells? Well, he's made a decision. He's bringing in his field goal unit. And Eberle to try to take the lead back. It'll be a kick of 27 yards. And Eberle, perfect. 13-10 Utah State. 4:03 to go. Quarter number 3 in Fort Collins. Utah State with an impressive drive, but they got only 3 as Colorado State able to limit Utah State to the 26-yard field goal from Eberle. So 13-10, number 14 Utah State, as we check in with Brad Thompson down on the sideline. Brad?
Guys, Trey McBride, number 85 tight end for the Rams, has clearly been the vocal leader down here on the sideline. He's been talking to the offensive line and the skill guys. He's got great energy. He's really encouraging his guys. It's impressive to see a freshman be so vocal.
Yeah, he's a true freshman, not even a red shirt. Goes into the end zone, so Colorado State off the touchback. If you look at McBride, his brother Toby been hurt a lot the last 2 years, had a back injury, practicing again the last month. He's a defensive end, and we heard from Coach Bobo and we heard from several others, they can't block him, and they can't wait till he comes back for next year.
He's wrecking play. He's ruining practice. Got to get him out because he's unblockable.
Well, you know what Coach Bobo referenced it to? He said it reminds me when David Pollock was at Georgia, the All-American. He said we couldn't block him, and he would wreck practice, and that's really what's been happening of late as Toby McBride has been disruptive in practice. Cameron Haney comes up and throws Izzy Matthews for a 3-yard loss.
Marcus McElroy.
Actually, McElroy, let me correct that. Now Marvin Kinsey comes into the backfield. 2nd and 13. Three and a half to go, clock moving, 3rd quarter.
This has been the go-to guy along with B.C. Johnson. Great ball handling.
Butler makes the catch, but well defended. Tifa Nalei made the tackle. So it'll set up 3rd down and about 8. You know, if you're wondering, if you're an Aggie fan or you're just a college football fan, you're wondering, boy, you have the most prolific offense in college football. It's 4th down and about 2 feet to go, and Coach Wells immediately sent his field goal unit out there. one, you understand it to take the lead, but you may say, well, why wouldn't they go? What did he tell Brad Thompson at halftime? He said, you know what, we're going to win this on defense today.
And run the ball. We're going to run the ball and win it on defense.
Showing pressure up front, they bring 6. Hill hangs in, and it is intercepted. And this one's going to go to the end zone. Touchdown, Jontrell Rockamore. Second pick 6 today for Utah State. 32-yard interception return for the senior from McKinney, Texas. Both off of deflections. Win it with defense. Did we just say that?
Just said it. I mean, that's deflating gut punch right there.
Well, you had
for
pressure,
Rams,
back foot throw.
But you know it's pressure. Sometimes those routes got to get going a little quicker. Sometimes those routes have to get going a little quicker. But he stands in there as long as possible. Watch the inside in-cut route. Takes a little bit too long.
Yeah, he was just behind him. He actually had him.
And I think he was throwing it to where he thought he would turn and be. But keep in mind, that's an in-cutting route.
3rd interception this year for Jontrell Rockamore. What a story. Rockamore is a 3-time academic All-Mountain West Conference player. He's a double major in political science and sociology. So we were talking about Chris Jansen getting it done, both in the classroom and on the field. That's Jontrell Rockamore as well.
Remember, he's a guy that they didn't realize or know where to put him. He's a little undersized to be that outside backer.
He was a safety.
Right, but then you talk to Coach Patterson, and he said the kid just has a knack for getting to the quarterback, for doing all those little things, understanding coverage. We just got to get him on the field.
Here's Hawkins, and Anthony Hawkins has got room. Anthony Hawkins with a flag down, still going to the 37-yard line. 2 flags down. This one's coming back. Hawkins just realizing it now as he looked to his left.
Look at all the Utah State D linemen out there just waving them back down the field.
Come on down here.
Come on back. It's on.
During the return hold, number 86, return team. Half the distance to the goal, first down, Colorado State.
Well, we said this in the first half. Colorado State and Collin Hill, they were in a goal-to-go situation. You had a deflection and a pick by Aaron Wade, and it went 95 yards the other way to make it 10-0. You say, well, what will Colorado State do? Will they fold up? They've had a tough year. They didn't. They responded with an 80-yard touchdown drive. It's now the same situation here with 2:26 to go in the 3rd quarter. They're still very much in this game, but you got to respond here on offense.
You have to. We'll find out a lot right now about where the mindset is of this offense.
Snow intensifying. Izzy Matthews gets a block. Izzy Matthews will get 8. Wrapped up by Chris Jansen.
I like it. This way you play ahead of the chains, and you don't allow Utah State to do what they do well, which is get you in 3rd and long and put pressure on you.
Utah State leads the nation in forced turnovers coming in with 26. They have now scored 11 non-offensive touchdowns this year. They haven't scored on offense today, which is remarkable in itself. First down carry to the 25-yard line. Chris Jansen making the tackle on Matthews.
That's smash mouth football. I love it. Getting the big guys up front going. Staying patient. Plenty of time in this game, Drew. Staying patient.
B.C. Johnson to the top, Preston Williams, and we'll see if that's offside or a false start.
Offside, number 44. Defense with contact. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Fua Leilua. And if you're 290 pounds and you move, everybody sees you.
It's hard to stop.
Yeah, it's hard to stop.
It's hard to stop 250.
And they can see you 2 counties away. That's me, and yes, I'm in the neutral zone. So 1st and 5. Hill's got time, all kinds of time. Now throwing a home run ball, and it is dropped out there. Chance for Preston Williams. DJ Williams may have helped rip it out. There's a flag in the secondary. It's a double move. It may be one of those holds, defensive holding.
Prior to the pass, holding. Defense, number 7. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Preston Williams, that's not what you want to see if you root for the Rams.
One of these sluggo routes from the backside. He throws
it
it just to give him a chance, but when he comes down with the ball from the catch or trying to make the catch, they get tangled up.
Now the question is it one of those deals he can walk off? From the 40, Hill laid pressure. And he'll smartly throw it away. B.C. Johnson in the neighborhood, 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Well, you know what? When you're young, you recover and heal quickly. He's back in the huddle.
Really fast, huh?
Yeah. Superman. Kelroy back in. Behind Adam Prentice in the eye on 2nd and 10. Not much. I want to see, is David Woodward going to be involved in that tackle? Let me see. Is he the last guy out? Of course he is. You know what? That is, you ready? You ready for this? That's 18 tackles he's been involved in today, number 9.
That is incredible. Incredible. For a guy 235, he carries it extremely well. Looks long,
he's a narrow-waisted guy. You'd never say that guy's 235 pounds. And he doesn't run like he's 235. Utah State, as we head to the final chapter at Fort Collins, are up 10. 15 minutes of football left. Utah State, number 14 in the country. They've been in a slugfest with Colorado State. Both of their touchdowns as they lead 20-10. Pick sixes. 3rd and 10 for Collin Hill. They drop 8. Hill's going to roll. And he throws high. It's caught out of bounds by Williams.
That's just well covered. I've never been a fan of flooding the field with the roll, because you're condensing everything. So if you've got a team that's as athletic as Utah State is, all they've got to do is run and slide and stay in lanes.
That almost looked like an assumption you were going to get pressure, and you didn't. They dropped 8 into coverage.
Well, they brought it on 2nd down on that drive instead of 3rd.
Stonehouse to punt. Devin Tompkins back deep. And now they fake it, and it's Hawkins, first down. He got just enough. Excuse me, it's VJ Banks, not Hawkins. 19, not 14. So VJ Banks, the transfer from Rice, who lost his starting cornerback spot this week in a shakeup, just makes a big play here as Colorado State fakes the punt.
He gets just enough.
I mean, that last little bit.
And Stonehouse with the nice feathery touch.
Hey, he could have thrown that end over end. Just get it there.
Just get it to him.
First down, Colorado State, 49-yard line of Utah State. And it'll be a false start.
False start, number 69. Offense, 5-yard penalty. First down.
How many of those have there been today? You look at this game, and again, if you're a Colorado State fan, you're saying, boy, they're playing hard. They're playing better defense than they've played all year against one of the top offenses in college football. They're doing some really nice things in the run game. They protected Collin Hill today, and yet you still see why they're 3-7.
Yeah, penalties after conversions or big plays. It's happened all day.
You had the kick return wiped out. Again, you don't know if the hold, we weren't able to spot it, if the hold had a big reason to do it, the kick return. Deep shot, Williams is out there, and it's broken up on a flag. Hill underthrew.
He's got to throw it.
Williams.
He's got to throw
DJ
it.
Williams ran through Preston Williams. If he lays it out there, it's a touchdown.
Easy touchdown. And that's where you know a guy is still.
Pass interference, number 7. Defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
It's the right call, but this play action gets to safety. Gage Ferguson that way first. Just a half a second or a half a step is all he needs. But man, let it rip, Collin Hill. Let it rip. But that's absolutely pass interference. See him slow down, and he tries to look back, which is smart on his part. But still, penalties there.
And a dart, first down to the 25-yard line. That was well thrown to Preston Williams. Very quickly, we go field level. Brad, I want to ask you, it's hard to tell up here. Is there a significant wind field level?
There's not. It's not blowing that hard down here at all. It is not really on the field. Not much of a concern, the wind.
Yeah, because Hill, arm strength-wise,
that's
not an issue.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. He can absolutely spin it. To me, that's one of those confidence things where you're just letting it fly and you're feeling it.
They'll go play action again. Pressure coming. Hill leaves it up, and it is. Is that a catch?
Johnson.
Wow, what a catch.
Oh, my God.
When he let that go, you're thinking he just made a critical error.
Please don't get picked off. But you see him trying to get up before they can look at it and go fast.
And here's Izzy Matthews for a first down.
And
still going. We've seen that about 3 or 4 times today where Izzy Matthews is stopped and then the pile moves.
And I will say this, for this senior class, these guys have come out here and performed on a high level, all of them. Watch the power, runs right through Woodward and just keeps the pile moving. David gets the tackle, but the good feet and the cutback.
18 carries, 76 yards rushing for Matthews and a touchdown.
You want your seniors to show up and set an example. They've done exactly that today.
Prentice will get the call, and Prentice gets downhill. He's to the 7-yard line. Now, if you're Colorado State down 10, 12-13, clock moving, fourth quarter, this has to result in a touchdown.
A touchdown, you're going to need the field goal. You're going to need the 3 at some point if you're going that way. But I think a touchdown would be a huge boost for that defense that's been fighting hard all day. Give them a shot in the arm.
Lone setback is Prentice. The H-back Cameron Butler. Prentice to about the 3, short of a first down, but there's a flag again, and it's a procedure penalty, a false start again on Colorado State. They have been collecting those.
Illegal formation, number 69. Offense lined up in the neutral, or lined up off the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty, second down.
So let me correct that. They've had 3 illegal formations and 3 false starts today.
That's Barry Wesley, and that's just not being up on the ball enough. He sets too deep. Right here, he's too deep. He needs to be up in this area, and he's too deep in the backfield.
So it'll be 2nd and a dozen. The only thing this does is it gives you a little more room to route run.
It really does.
Hill throwing short. Minimal gain. It'll set up 3rd down on the catch by Matthews. Woodward's in the 20 tackle range right now.
He's ridiculous. Like he's ridiculous. With what he does week in and week out.
Said it in Wyoming. At halftime, they got to check out a new pair of shoulder pads for him every week. 2 left, 1 right. They get a 1st down at about the 1. Toward the end zone, touchdown, Colorado State. Preston Williams in front of Cameron Haney.
That's just too easy.
He's a handful of cover.
He is. He's big and he's elusive. But I don't want to give this throw, the inside throw where there's no help, no safety help, pressure's coming inside.
You got to bracket
You got
him,
to take away something. They were going 0 coverage because everybody was manned up outside. But you got to take something away. Maybe show. Drew, maybe show that you're going to give him the slant, then that snap the ball, jump down inside on him. But you can't just let him run inside that easy.
5th catch for Williams in the end zone for the 10th time this year. The All-American candidate gets Colorado State within a field goal. Mountain West football on AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by Colorado Mesa University. Head west for a better future. And by Utah Toyota dealers. Visit your Utah Toyota dealer today. Let's go places. Pick up that touchdown catch by Preston Williams a moment ago. They were in cat coverage.
They were 0 coverage, and you've got to play technique strong, which means you've got to be inside leverage.
We'll take a look at it after the kick by Wyatt Bryant. I don't think he's going to kick it to Scarver. He didn't last time. Scarver had a huge return earlier in the game. Well, the moment I say that, they do kick it to Scarver, and he calls a fair catch. Actually, it's not Scarver back there. That was Gerald Bright who made the catch. 25-yard line. Here's the touchdown.
Look at across the board. It's manned up everywhere. So you've got to be inside shade. Drew knows that from his days of playing DB. Watch the jump outside by Haney. Watch his technique. He jumps outside, loses inside control of the route, and it's over. I mean, that's like stealing right there, man. You can't get any easier.
Yeah, as you said, it's automatic inside technique when you have 0 coverage. Utah State gets a big run. Bright still going to the 45-yard line. A pickup of 20 for Gerald Bright. That's one of their few chunk plays so far today. They'll go Bright again, why not? And again, he gets into the secondary. Flip side of the 50 to the 49 of Colorado State. 10-13, 10-12, 10-11 to go in the 4th quarter.
Using that tempo to keep them off balance and run the ball effectively.
Jordan Love has been relatively quiet today for a guy who's had a sensational year. They go on the ground, 1st down. Just looking for room to run is Bright. And he's to the 31-yard line.
Wow.
He got 18.
That's
12 carries, 86 yards for Bright.
That's demoralizing when you have those kind of things happen.
Colorado State trying to get a couple substitutions in. They'll go Thompson, and he rips it off. A nice run. He's got 10.
Did you see the burst, Drew? I mean, just a burst.
We've gotten to know Matt Wells over the years. Matt Wells right now, and he's a quarterback. He's saying, the heck with it. We're not going to throw it. We're going to run it right at you. I got two great backs. I got a terrific O-line, senior-laden O-line. Thompson, and this time just a yard as Emmanuel Jones wrapped him up. That's Rashad Ajayi. And they're going to have to get an official timeout because Ajayi had put a knee down. You could tell he was staggered when he got up. Ajayi, the terrific true freshman from Fairburn, Georgia. He started every game as a cornerback. Imagine an 18-year-old major college football stepping in at corner.
And against the competition they're playing against in this conference and in the out-of-conference schedule. And I'll tell you what, everyone on this squad raves about him. Not only the defensive guys, but the offensive players as well.
We haven't seen in that secondary Jordan Fogle, who's the leader, in a while, the graduate transfer from the University of Utah. Brad, you have an update on him?
Guys, there's no official injury report from the Rams, but he went in the locker room, came out in street clothes. He's got a uniform on, but no helmet, shoulder pads. He's obviously out for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's a shame. Jordan Fogle, 3 years, former walk-on at the University of Utah, started there. He's in grad school. He's a terrific young man. He's probably going to be a coach one day.
Great
Tremendous kid, a captain. And he's got his mom here today playing his final game, and unfortunately he was cut short this afternoon. 2nd and 9. Everything on the ground on this drive of 55 yards so far for Utah State. And Thompson carries a couple of guys for about 5 yards. It'll set up 3rd down and 4. This is a big play coming up for both Utah State and Colorado State. 8:05 to go with the clock moving.
Matt Wells is not your typical former quarterback. His mentality is physicality and pound you. Like, he is an intense coach.
You know who they have not found yet today? Their terrific tight end, Dax Raymond. He's in an H position, and they're going to run a reverse. And it's not there. Jamal Hicks was not fooled. A loss of 4 to Aaron Vaughns.
Sometimes you can get a little bit cute with the play calling, but they've been pounding him, so they try to get. Look at Hicks come from the backside. They try to influence, and Hicks was not buying it. He took off like a jet, Drew.
And then, just in case, Josh Watson finished it off. 37-yard attempt for Eberle, and he draws it through. Dominic Eberle, what a weapon. The junior, originally born in Nuremberg, Germany. 6-point lead for 14th-ranked Utah State. Time for today's results for our CenturyLink High-Speed Challenge. Pretty simple question. Next week's the showdown in Boise. Who's going to win the Mountain Division of the Mountain West? And 73% like Matt Wells' team, Utah State. They've won 9 straight, trying to make it 10 straight. They have a precarious 6-point lead here with 7 minutes even to go. Fourth quarter from Canvas Stadium in Fort Collins, the beautiful second-year home of the Rams on campus. Eberle kicks it through the end zone. So Colorado State, they have outgained Utah State today, 421 to 239. The defense for CSU, which came into the game allowing 39 points a game, 119th in the FBS, 210 on the ground, 106, 254 in the air, 100. They have kept Utah State, the highest scoring team in the FBS, out of the end zone. The 2 touchdowns, defensive scores. Hill, good throw over the middle. Warren Jackson on a dig route to the 43. Boy, was that a fastball.
get a chance to see what he can do when he sets his feet and drives the ball. Watch him set his feet. He's in good balance and rhythm. Takes the shot right after. That's why they're excited about this young man.
18-yard pickup to Jackson. Hill down the middle, nearly intercepted.
Stared at him too long, and Woodward. Oh my! Is there one thing on the field that this linebacker cannot do?
Evidently not.
He read up the coverage. I mean, he breaks on it. I mean, he reads this thing perfect. Watch him here, and then he circles back on the eyes of the quarterback. I mean, come on, man.
He is a tremendous player. And just a sophomore. Was the great Keith Jackson to say just a sophomore.
Sophomore.
Izzy Matthews bounces it. Izzy Matthews close to a first down. He's closing in on 100 yards today. Aaron Wade finally ran him out. It will be a first down into Utah State territory.
This is one of the things you see, a good vision, but once he gets outside, he gets north and south. He doesn't continue to try to find the home run. Gets to the edge and gets upfield.
And Matthews into the secondary, another first down. 14 more yards before Tipa Nalei could bring him down. "20 carries, 100 yards on the nose for the senior from Redding, California. His 6th career 100-yard game. Marvin Kinsey will give Matthews a break. Kinsey straight ahead behind Adam Prentice. Always smart to follow number 46.
Listen, this you talk about this offensive line getting beat up on all year by everyone. The media, I mean, their teammates are getting on. They've had a tough year, but they've done a heck of a job today.
Well, they had allowed 25 sacks coming into today. Collin Hill hasn't gone down. And in the run game, as you were speaking to, they've been terrific today.
They have, and that's one thing they haven't been able to do is consistently run the football. They've been pretty good today.
Clock moving, coming up on 4.5 minutes left. Colorado State trailing by 6. Kinsey, not much there.
You see both teams checked. Collin Hill checks out of the play because he sees the blitz coming. He's going to go to something else. Utah State checks into a base. Doesn't bring pressure.
It's going to be 3rd down and about 4 to go.
Whatever route you have in mind here, if you're a receiver, it needs to be quick
This is 4
and
down.
decisive.
Yeah, it's 4 down territory. Down by 6. Williams to the top. Hill looking there. And he comes back to McBride. He caught the football and a flag came in. The true freshman with his first catch of the day. And he was not the primary receiver. Jontrell Rockamore had the coverage.
Pass interference, number 81. Offense, 15-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
That is huge. Called on Olabisi Johnson. I think you can all read lips on that one.
Well, they call it on McBride. They call it on Trey McBride.
Yeah, BC Johnson. What I wasn't involved. They called it on the guy who caught the football, Trey McBride.
Where's the pass interference? The defensive player is holding him. Right here. He's holding him. That's a hold. That's not a pass interference. Where's the pass interference?
That's a bad call.
That's a terrible call. That's not a bad call. That's terrible.
Yeah, I can't believe he caught it, but
that's terrible right there.
Yeah, that was a bad call. No other way to splice that one. For Colorado State, now it's 3rd down and a ton. Any idea what this is about?
Maybe they said it was incomplete. I don't know, but what?
Well, that's irrelevant.
I mean, I know. I just didn't know if you could.
Well, I shouldn't say. Actually, I shouldn't say it's irrelevant, but he clearly caught the football. I think he did on the review we saw.
I don't know what they could be looking at, because first off, it's not pass interference on the offense.
You know what? If that ball's tipped,
then there can't be pass interference.
Exactly. Now watch here. You got to slow way down, almost frame by frame. Boy, that's hard to tell.
It is.
That's hard to tell. And guess who's involved? If it was tipped, it was by David Woodward. Talk about an incredible player. Folks, I have no idea.
I don't think, because the ball, the spin never changed. It never changed its course. That was not a good call, though. Pass interference call at all.
Not only has Mike Bobo got to be cold, he's really angry right now. And when he sees that on tape, he's going to be even hotter.
After reviewing the play, it was determined that the ball was not tipped. Therefore, the offensive pass interference is enforced. It's 3rd down.
Here's my thing. I don't care whether it's college football or the NFL or high school. If there is an infraction, you absolutely have to throw a flag. If you're not sure, especially in the secondary, defensive, pass interference, offensive pass interference, I always lean on let them play. Folks don't come to see a flag fest.
Listen, be honest. What are you looking at there? What part of that said offensive pass interference?
3rd down and 20 now for Colorado State. Pressure coming. Hill vacates, sacked. Back at the 49-yard line. Now you have to punt it. It's Tipa Nalei making a huge play. First sack of the game as Nalei gets there.
And you're just in a tough situation here. This is right where they want you, 3rd and long. Nalei just kind of beats the end with hands and speed and his length once he lays out.
Devin Tompkins calls for a fair catch, and he drops a football. Colorado State is on it. Josh Watson makes the recovery. Wow. Devin Tompkins, the true freshman, just flat dropped it.
That's why in some of these situations he calls for the fair catch, but just muffs it. Some of those situations you'll see a head coach be willing to take the loss and just have the guy get out of there, especially with the conditions what they are.
Looking up, snowflakes.
Looking up, snowflakes. It's breezy.
First time,
just get out of there.
First time since the Wyoming game they've been in a fist fight. Fresh set of downs, plus 20. 2:25 left. 6-point game. Marvin Kinsey. Full complement of timeouts for both schools. The math is pretty simple. Colorado State needs a touchdown and an extra point to take the lead. In a perfect world, Mike Bobo would like to see that with almost no time left
run as much
Jordan
as you
Love.
can.
Collin Hill's got a man back of the end zone, flag down, touchdown to Williams if it stands. If it stands, it is touchdown Colorado State. Flag in the secondary at about the 4-yard line.
Prior to the pass, holding, number 7, defense. Ruling on the field is a completed touchdown. That penalty is declined.
Now the question, did he get a foot down?
It's called a touchdown.
What a throw by Hill, because that was tight coverage.
They're dropping 8, man. There's 8 guys back there in coverage. Only one place it could be. Oh, absolutely. The right foot is down.
Well, did he secure the football?
That's the question. There's the hold there. Right foot is down.
We're going to have to see the other side, because you can't see if he secured the ball. I think that'll count, because on the second one, he secured it, and the left foot was still dragging.
That's the only place that ball could have been thrown, Drew. The only place that ball could have been thrown.
If it stands, Williams' second touchdown of the day is 11th of the year.
And he has a knack back of that end zone.
Got it now.
Both feet.
Tell you what, the back judge, you talk about getting a good look at it.
He was
That's outstanding officiating. And he was hands on knees looking at it.
Wow. What a throw, man. Just,
Everybody's looking on the Jumbotron.
I tell you, the throw is just remarkable. He bobbles it there, but grabs it with the left foot, and he has it, has it. That's a catch, man.
That's just practice for what that young man's going to be doing in a couple of years. Getting 2 feet down.
2 feet. Without question.
Coach Whitted is wide receiver coach, and we talked about how many great ones they've had at Colorado State, really over the years, but recently with Rashard Higgins, now at the Browns, Michael Gallup now with Dallas. Now again, if it stands, there's a minute 36 left
Full
for
complement
Jordan
timeout.
Love and Utah State, and as you said, all 3 timeouts. And you don't need 6. And you have a terrific kicker as well.
After reviewing the play, the receiver has his left foot down inbounds with possession of the ball. It is confirmed. Touchdown.
So now, Wyatt Bryant.
It's important. It's important.
I'd say so.
It's important.
With a high-pressure PAT for the senior from Larkspur, Colorado. (24-23). Colorado State trying to beat a ranked opponent for the first time since 2002. And their sophomore quarterback and their junior wideout have had brilliant afternoons. Mountain West football on AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by Bojo's Colorado-style pizza. Dine in or take out a legendary mountain pie today. Visit bojos.com, and by Blue Federal Credit Union. Learn about our Sky High savings account at bluefcu.com/skyhigh. Well, I think the thermometer's frozen. 27, 28 degrees. It's been snowing most of the afternoon. Colorado State has just taken a 1-point lead against number 14, Utah State. Fair catch at the 29-yard line by Terrell as they wanted to keep it away from Savon Scarver. So again, Utah State, it's not like they have to come out and throw the football all over the place. With 3 timeouts, they've been effective on the ground, and they have an outstanding kicker in Dominic Eberle, who earlier this year against New Mexico State made 3 field goals from 51 yards in the same game. Gerald Bright's in there at tailback. Pressure coming on Love, and he dumps it outside. A minimal gain, but he got out of bounds. 2 yards. Dejan Owens forced him out.
And I know his demeanor is one of his attributes, but have a sense of urgency and get the ball out to that spot earlier than you did. Maybe you pick up a few more yards and he gets out of bounds.
It's been an un-Jordan Love-like game. Last week he threw for almost 500 yards and 5 touchdowns. Just 12 of 20 for 104 today. Bright tackles from behind at the 35-yard line. It'll set up 3rd down. The tackle by Caleb Smith.
Can't say enough about these seniors guys on the defensive side.
Pressure coming down the lane. Intercepted. No.
It's caught. It's caught.
It was caught. And a flag. Roncavian Tarver into Colorado State territory. But a flag down at the 43-yard line. I think it's going to be against Colorado State.
Yeah.
Prior to the pass, holding, number 2, defense. That penalty is declined. Result of the pass is completion, 1st down.
If you're Jamal Hicks, you've got to just knock that ball down.
It looked like he picked it off. It said it's a 28-yard gain, 37-yard line, still 1:05 to go. Love steps in high, trying to get it to Raymond, 2nd and 10.
Remember, it's okay to run the ball too, right? I mean, you kind of gassed them.
Well, now, absolutely, because you're already in plus territory.
Right,
you just need a field goal.
Jordan has not been on point, on par for what we've seen him do.
I'll tell you right, if you throw it out to Raymond right now, you're guaranteed to get about 5 yards. There's nobody in the slot. There's nobody on him. That is complete to Tarver, but a gain of just 2. Ajayi, who left the game earlier, broke on the football and was trying to rip it away.
And that's a dangerous play, dangerous throw.
Timeout, 50 seconds left for Utah State.
Far hash, Ajayi never moved at all. Like he was squatting on that route, is what they call. He just sat there. And as soon as the quarterback went to throw it, he drove on it. And that's a Utah State's fortunate there.
Well, it's 3rd down and 6, and if they have to kick it from here, what did I tell you earlier about 51-yard field goals? It will be a 51-yard field goal if they kick it from here. So Jordan Love after the timeout.
I just feel like you could run the ball.
Dominic Eberle, the junior kicker, or rather interested observer right now. Not a big crowd because of the weather, but boy are they loud.
They are.
5 coming. Love.
Blown coverage.
Shot, blown coverage. Touchdown, Utah State. Walking in is Aaron Vaughn.
Blown coverage.
Absolutely nobody there. 43 seconds left. Utah State back in front. And they will go for 2 to try to make the separation 7. That is the longest play of the game for Utah State, a team that normally manufactures 6, 7 gash plays a week.
So much, in fact, that they keep a stat on it. Drew, well below their stat.
RPO, and Raymond had his feet in. That will count. 2-point conversion. Dax Raymond. And it's a 31-24 lead for the Aggies. Do we have a flag down? We do. Of course we do.
Ineligible player downfield. Number 11, offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
Vaughn's the senior. With that ball in the air, he had to be saying, just don't drop the ball. I mean, you know when there's a busted coverage. So the try will come from the 8-yard line now. And incomplete for Jalen Green. So it's a 5-point separation, 43 seconds left, 3 timeouts for Colorado State.
Well,
Let's see what happened in the secondary.
With it being 3rd and 6, Drew, you know, guys are going to be eager to get upfield and try to make a play, but you can't bite something that short. You can't bite something that short. You see right here, they come out in trips formation. They allow the number 3 receiver inside to run to the corner. And it is just too easy. I mean, that's stealing right there. Look at 3 guys underneath, and you allow them just to run free.
And again, without knowing the call, you can't, you know, Dejon Owens came up, and, you know, is it covered 3? You have no idea what it is.
Well, there's some guys playing man, there's some guys playing 3. I mean, that's where it's communication, especially in that situation. But with it being 3rd and 6, what is everybody on the back end thinking? I can't let him get this first down. I got to make this tackle before he gets his first down. Make him kick a long kick. And you end up giving up a bust play for a touchdown, which Coach Jancic, they've been able to stave that off all day. That was one of the goals for the team. Well, no bust plays for touchdowns.
This has been, I would think, the best defensive performance without question this year by Colorado State. They've had a poor year defensively again. Utah State kicks it well into the end zone. So Colorado State, they have to traverse 75 yards in 43 seconds with 3 timeouts.
Listen, when you have these ginormous athletic receivers, not impossible. When you got guys that can go up and make a play on the ball, not impossible, Drew. 3 timeouts.
And for a young quarterback, Collin Hill has to realize you don't have to get 50 yards on the first play.
Absolutely not.
Utah State brings 3. And Hill will just throw it away. Cameron Butler was in the neighborhood. It'll be 2nd and 10. More importantly, it took 6 seconds.
That was good coverage. They tried to run a smash route with Preston Williams from the slot.
Well, for Utah State, there's got to be 2 hats around Preston Williams wherever he goes.
100%. And I still don't know if that's enough. But you've got to protect your young corner out there, Cameron Haney, who's matched up against him right now.
Hill's got to move again, and he'll run. And they're going to call that. They are going to call that. They're going to tack 15 yards on Gage Ferguson's little shove. It was not called by the near official, but the trailing official was the white hat, and it was called by our referee.
Why would make...
After the play is over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, late hit, number 23, defense. 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Well, the number 1 responsibility of Michael Vanderveld is always to protect the quarterback. This one's iffy.
It is. It's not a shot, but there's no reason to put your hand on him. It's a wet day right there. There's no reason to even do that. No reason. He's given himself up clearly. No reason to do that.
Midfield with 30 seconds left. Hill to the 39-yard line, maybe the 38 for Jackson. And they'll call timeout, 23 seconds left.
I like this Warren Jackson.
Yeah, there's a lot to like with Warren Jackson, a kid who was in the end zone twice in Tuscaloosa last year against #1 Alabama. This ensures pretty much that Colorado State will get a couple of shots at the end zone. And again, it doesn't have to happen here.
They put themselves in really good position. And then, you know, the penalty, not keeping your head, not being smart. I mean, it wasn't one of those crazy disastrous shots where he knocked him 10 yards off the field, but he's out of bounds. Just knowing the situation, can't hurt yourself.
Yeah, the way football's officiated now in college and the NFL, and you understand, you're protecting players, particularly the quarterback. You just got to be very careful. 23 seconds left. Twin receivers both ways. Hill 24 out of 37, 296 in the air. He's going to step up. He can run for a while. And he dives ahead. That's not a fumble. 29-yard line. Or the 30. We'll see where they mark it. And a timeout with 15 seconds left. Now, Colorado State will still have one timeout. Now you can get a couple of shots toward the end zone. Well, you know what? Can I say something before we talk more strategy? You came into this game. Colorado State's a 4-touchdown underdog against one of the top teams in college football this year. You don't know what you're going to get. 3 straight losses for Colorado State. Utah State on an unbelievable roll. 800-plus yards offense last week. What a game.
Outstanding game. Great defense, great playmaking ability on both sides on the offense. The seniors came out and played early, started it off for Colorado State. They were out here to prove that they're better than what they've shown all season long, and it's looked good for them.
And I'll say something, for a guy that's had a tough year physically, you know, in the hospital for Mike Bobo, one thing you understand, those kids respect and like their head coach, because it's been a tough year, but they've played their tails off today.
They really have done an outstanding job.
Here we go. It's called 2nd and 1. Hill, pressure, and he's going to get dumped with 10 seconds to go. 9, timeout.
You got to just throw that one. You got to step up if you don't like it and just throw that one out of the back of the end zone. Can't take a sack.
And now, because again, you're out at the 33-yard line, this may be the final play of the game. You know, if you're at the 15, you can probably run 2 plays here, but it's going to take you some time to get guys to the end zone.
What I was going to say before, if you could come back and pull this off against this defense, against this team that's been solid all year, untouchable. If you're Collin Hill, you cement yourself. Right now, the legacy starts to grow, and that confidence in him, within himself, starts to grow as well.
Well, the stats, for what they're worth, Colorado State 506 yards of offense. Utah State held to 310. Colorado State's run 82 plays to 52 for Utah State. But the bottom line is Utah State 2 defensive touchdowns today. You know, as good as Collin Hill has been, there were 2 deflected passes that ended up Utah State touchdowns, and that's the difference in this game right now. So here we go. 8 seconds left. Colorado State has to get a touchdown. Hill, this will be the final snap toward Williams.
Got it!
He caught it! He caught it! Touchdown, Colorado State!
Wow!
They win it! Unbelievable! There are no flags! Unbelievable! Do you believe that? We're going to throw it to the best player on the field and let him make a play. 3rd touchdown for Preston Williams, and Colorado State has shot number 14 Utah State on the last snap of the game. Matt Wells hasn't moved.
And that's a tough one to swallow. Wow.
There is a flag down now. I think that's a celebration flag. They have to line up to kick the extra point. You're not going to kick it if you're Colorado State.
Illegal touching, number 11, offense. Number 11 stepped out of bounds on his own and was first to come back in bounds to catch the pass. That is a loss of down. By rule, the game is over.
Wow. Utah State has won. We didn't even see a flag.
Usually they'll throw a hat or something down around the sideline by CSU's sideline.
Well, let's watch. Preston Williams. There's a foot out of bounds.
Come on, man. I know by the letter of the rule, that's the call because he did step out of bounds. But he wasn't trying to avoid so much that he ran 6 yards out of bounds, Drew. You know what I mean? Like he was.
Well, I mean, if you're out of bounds, you're out of bounds.
Right.
I was assuming that this was just a celebration penalty because the whole team was in the end zone. So Utah State, he knows about survives.
Wow. I'm going to go ahead and they got lucky. That was a beast mode play by Collin Hill and Preston Williams. And the crazy thing is he didn't have to do it. He could have just hugged that corner and stayed upfield.
You know what?
Throw and catch, man.
Again, he was on the boundary. Probably had, again, he had no idea that he was even that close. He's about turn of events.
Wow.
Colorado State elated, euphoric, thinking they won on the last play of the game. And Utah State has now won their 10th consecutive game. And they will go to Boise next week, 10-1, 7-0 in conference play for the showdown against the Broncos on the blue turf. I'm still, I'm still almost speechless. Collin Hill can't believe it. A lot of folks are hoping that they run that play again on the Jumbotron.
I mean, what a throw and catch, man. I know it didn't count, but to come up with that play and make it look almost easy. You know what I mean?
It was a clean catch.
Yes.
It wasn't deflected. I mean,
Right.
He just adjusted to the football. And it was a great throw by Collin Hill.
Great throw.
What a great game. What a wild game. And a strange game because Utah State, with one of the best offenses in college football, held to one touchdown. And the reason they won, 2 deflected passes that didn't just go for picks. They went to the house. 195 yards to Aaron Wade and one of a shorter distance to Jontrell Rockamore of 32 yards. So Matt Wells and Utah State win it 29-24 on a snowy late autumn day. And if you were here or you watched it at home, you won't soon forget this one. The catch of the game brought to you by Bass Pro Shops. In the secondary, uncovered on a blown coverage, is the senior Aaron Vaughns. And Jordan Love, his only touchdown pass of the day, a week after throwing for 5. And Mike Bobo, I've never seen this. He hasn't even gone inside yet. Of course, the seniors and a lot of his kids are at midfield. And he's just sitting, probably exhausted and drained on the Colorado State bench. Colorado State falls for the 4th straight time, 3-8. In 5 days, short rest and short week to get ready for the triple option of Air Force. But more importantly, they made a program statement today in Fort Collins for CSU.
I believe they did. I mean, there was poise, there was toughness, there was grit. And the one thing Coach Bobo kept talking about, are you going to fight? There was fight today. There was a ton of fight in the Rams. Tremendous effort for them.
So the final score, once again, Utah State, number 14 in the nation, has defeated Colorado State 29-24 on Senior Day in Fort Collins. For Seth Bonner, Brad Thompson, and our entire AT&T Sportsnet crew, Drew Goodman saying so long from Campus Stadium in Fort Collins. A reminder to tune in next Saturday as we will be in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The Wyoming Cowboys taking on the Lobos. Our coverage begins at 12:30 in the Mountain Time Zone. Thank you for watching Mountain West Football on AT&T Sportsnet. Have a terrific rest of the weekend, everybody.